Today I had planned to strip down the Yamaha R125. That means taking all the fairings off, sanding them down and repainting them. But before I do that, I need to fix one thing. And that one thing is PUIG windshield. Rather than spending 110 euros again replacing that, I can fix that. I'm quite sure. You see there are scratches and I have the polishing compounds, so I can fix it. Let me show you. Here are the polishing compounds. I got 3 of them from Menzerna, and this is heavy cut 1000, medium cut 2500, and then the final finish 3000. The reason I've decided not to take the fairings down first is it's easier to polish the windshield while it's mounted on something. Otherwise, we're just sliding around and I have no wires to hold it in place. So let's fix that. Okay, before I start polishing anything, I need to mask off the areas which I don't want to touch. So, although I will be sanding down all the fairings, but I don't need to do any unnecessary work right now, which I don't need to. So, let's mask off everything. You can get this tape for a couple of bucks on any paint shop or hardware shop. It does not need to be absolute perfect because, as I said, I will be taking the fairings down to sand them and repaint them because I have a paint scheme in mind which you might like. So we'll see how that goes. Not the prettiest job, but it will do. There we go. Done. Before I start putting polish on, I need to clean the plastic to get rid of all the dirt and grime like that. One more step before we start polishing is take the isopropyl alcohol and get rid of all the grease from your plastics. So I'm gonna make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, that's done. I hope you can see that this is what I want to remove. So I might need to sand it down a little bit. So let me take a 3000 grit sandpaper and sand this little bit. I'm just sanding down the part where are deeper scratches. So make the life of polisher bit easier. Yeah, that feels better. Definitely feels better. Because before when I went over, I could feel my nail grabbing, but now it's nice and smooth. So that's good. Also this one here, it might not be perfect, but I think just spending an hour or so work is better than spending 120 euros on new windshield. And this channel is all about how to fix your stuff by yourself. So here we are. Good. I'm gonna use that to make my life a little bit easier. I can put a drill and start spinning it, but that will be too much, so I don't need that. And this is soft, so it curves according to the structure. Let's clean that and see what's going on. Definitely better. I can see one here, here, and these. So I need to sand a little bit more. Still not good enough. I think that should be enough. And we let the polish do the rest of the work. Since I don't have a proper polishing tool, I took my wireless drill, sponge, and I'll start with medium cut polish 2500. So put some dabs on that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay, and let's start polishing. So I have it to the lowest setting possible. I think that's more than enough. Let's have a look. So I will take my alcohol and wipe. Okay, that did not go away, so I need to do more. This is the part we need to fix. Oh, definitely better. I don't know how well you can see that, but I can almost barely see the scratches. Barely. So now we can go to the final finish. So now I'm using the final finish 3000. I don't know how well you can see, but we need to go over with the final finish, and I'll use 3000, put some drops. Come on. Maybe I use too much, but if I'm using it too much, do let me know in the comments, because I am not pro at this. I'm doing my best, and as long as the results are what I'm expecting, it doesn't really matter. I need to focus more on this area because that was the damaged part, but that doesn't mean I will not go over the whole windshield. Definitely better, but I need to go over this area once more. Now let's just do this part. Okay, I think that should be enough. Let's have a look. Yes, definitely the scratches are gone and we have fixed it for less than 5 euros. Look at that result. Absolutely no scratches and only took 30 minutes of job. Rather than spending 110 euros on a replacement, I fixed it for 5 euros. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and as always, see you on the next one.